guess the initial thing that jumps in my mind is I was hired to be the sound designer on American Sniper. That was the first time I would have worked on a Clint Eastwood movie. I've done several since, but that was the first one. And so I was super excited about that because I think he's an amazing filmmaker. So I got to work. I was basically told, okay, I'm going to do the sound design. I'm going to mix, pre-dub the guns and stuff. And it was just kind of like told, go do it. I spent about 3 weeks working on all this stuff. Like I was talking about processing sounds. I took tanks and metal things and gunshots and just all kinds of different, mostly war-based sounds and things. And I just really thought about them in abstract ways and manipulated them to become different types of sounds and different types of textures and things. And I spent, like I said, about 3 weeks doing all this and cutting this to the picture of the movie. And all of a sudden I was just like, what am I doing? Like, this is not going to work. None of this stuff is going to work. And so I called up Alan Murray, who was the supervising sound editor. And I said, Alan, I think I may have just wasted 3 weeks. I don't know if stuff's going to work. And he was like, oh, don't worry about it. I like your stuff. It'll be fine. And I said, no, come listen, please. So he came and he listened to it. And he was like, it's great. I love it. So I was like, okay. So the next day, he shows up in my room with the producer and says, play him the stuff that you played me. So I play it for him. And he seemed like he liked it, but it wasn't a whole lot of conversation about it. Then he leaves. And a little while later, he comes back to my room. And now he's got Joel Cox, the picture editor, and a few other people with him. And they all sit down and listen. And they all kind of listen. And nobody's really reacting, so I can't really tell. Are they happy? Are they worried? I don't know. So about an hour later, they leave, and they come back about an hour later with Clint this time. And they all sit down, and I play again the reel for them, and it ends, and everybody's just quiet. Nobody's saying anything. Clint slowly looks over, and he goes, yeah, I think that'll work. And all of a sudden everybody's like, yeah, this is going to be great. That was like this giant relief. And then like later that night, Bradley Cooper shows up at my door and he wants to hear it. And he was the opposite. He was super excited into it. He was standing up and like, cool, what if you do this? And what if you do that? It was pretty awesome because out of it came a great relationship with both Clint and Bradley doing several of their films. I'm about to do another of Clint's movies here pretty soon, and got another one of Bradley's movies coming down the pike also. So it was a pretty big deal.